So welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the Ford 4400 again. The last video, or as you saw earlier, something's just not adding up. It's not doing what it should be doing. So I have exhausted all of my God, it's a good thing I know how to edit videos now. I have exhausted all of my knowledge of knowing what I could do to get this thing to do the thing. So I ended up calling the cavalry. Got my brother Jamie here. That's my brother. Jamie's pretty knowledgeable on this stuff. I'd like to think he is. So I'm hoping Jamie has an idea of something that I haven't tried yet. We are going to dive into this and fingers crossed we make the magic happen. Because I'm getting tired of watching this thing sit. It's taking up real estate. I got other projects I could be working on. Oh, you got a little points file. Aren't you cute? Yeah, I bought a file set way back when, and it came with a handful of them little files.
You are the only person I know that has a set of points files.
I just lucked out. That's all that was. I was sitting there. I was actually going to go online and order an actual point file, but I was like, no, I know I've got something floating around here, and then
I used to have an antiques points wrench, and on the end it had.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I have no idea where it went. I lost that thing. Damn thing was probably 80 years old, and then as soon as I start using it, boom, gone. Yeah, that was a cool one, dude. Had the file on it, and like a 15 and 25,000 scalp or something.
Perfect.
Yeah. I probably looked for an hour. You know, I could have grabbed my regular feeler gauges and.
Yeah, but what's the fun in that?
What's the point? Yeah, you were starting to flood. That was full of stinky gas.
Oh, that's nice.
Doesn't stink too bad.
There we go.
Got the valve cover off for you.
Did you? Alright. Valve cover's off. Now we can rotate the engine over and watch these valves go up and down. And then that'll kind of help us determine where our top dead center is going to be on the, I believe we want to be on the compression stroke. So we look, we can tell that this is the intake valve and this is the exhaust valve. So we want to rotate that over to the point where just before that exhaust valve opens. So now that we can see what's going on, now we got the spark plug out and we can visually inspect to see how far up that piston is going to be. And then that'll kind of help determine where we need to be with our timing and with our rotor. So we'll dive into that and see how that works out. Let's just go ahead and pop you out of here real quick. So what I'll do is, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a bolt. There's a bolt on that pulley right there. You kind of see it right there. I'm going to try to get a socket on that so that way I can spin this engine over by hand rather than bumping the key, if that makes sense. Okay, so I think, yeah, bolt, probably like 1/16". Yeah, maybe it's 1 1/8". So I know it's kind of like an older trick, but it kind of helps you visualize what's going on in that cylinder. So you can put a screwdriver in there, as what I did here. And then when I rotate that engine over, that screwdriver will go up and down. So then I can visually watch that screwdriver, so I kind of know, I have an idea of where that piston is inside the cylinder, how far up and down it is. So right now it should be on the intake stroke. It is. Now we're on the compression stroke. This should be the power stroke right now. And it is down, and that exhaust valve is starting to open. So right about here, the exhaust stroke just finished, and we're currently on the intake stroke. So it's at the peak of pushing the exhaust out and coming down to suck in all the air and fuel mixture. So I wonder how much of this audio hasn't been picked up. Well, audio is back in business, so that's cool. All right, bump key.
Yeah. Spark's better, but it's still intermittent. It does have a better spark, but I'm not seeing it every time.
The shot. What's worse that'll happen? It doesn't run. I know what's wrong with it.
You got no gas?
I ain't got no gas in it.
Right, I suppose.
Alrighty, here we go. Tell you what, since this is an updraft carburetor, what if? So what I would suggest is spray a little bit of ether right in there and then plug the hole to stop the vacuum, and let's see what it do. Yeah, see, this is what I've been fighting. I have no idea.
I was not getting a whole lot of vacuum out of this port.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I felt more vacuum down here.
do we pull them plugs, put a little bit of oil in them? What kind of oil you want to put in them?
Wherever you got handy.
I got 1540.
Tell she wants to pop the part and go.
She wants to, she just simply won't.
You got a little squirt bottle?
Oh, actually.
That's exactly what I was supposed to take.
Yes. Yeah. So right now we're going to fill up the cylinders with a little bit of oil, hoping maybe that'll give us a little bit of compression to see if this thing won't pop. Yep. Yeah, there's some spark air. Well, that was free spinning, wasn't it? Of course it would be. There's nothing to create compression. Thing was just spinning.
A bunch of oil out there.
A little bit. I'm gonna go get some 80-90. We'll put some 80-90 in there. That'll stiffen it right up, huh? In theory.
Not kidding.
What, did it have the 305 in it, or?
It had a 350 in it. Built 350.
Built 350.
Yeah.
Thing was built so well, you needed 80-90 motor oil.
I bought it off some crackhead in town. Right away, first thing you do is change the oil.
Oh, of course.
Change the oil and it immediately starts ticking and rattling.
Belching smoke.
Terrible. And called the guys. What the fucking oil were you running in this thing? Oh man, I was running nothing but the best. I was running 80-90 in it. Like, you're running gear oil in it? Oh yeah, otherwise it'd smoke. I'm like, no kidding. So what I do, I drain the oil out of it. Oh man, valve seals, rings. I think probably had 300,000 miles on it. So I drain that 1030 out, put 80-90 in it. Fired up, didn't tick, didn't smoke.
Wow.
Had great oil pressure.
It was probably freaking pegged.
It was. And I sold it.
I completely understand it.
Like 3 days later. So whatever kid had it, bought it after me.
That's not it.
I don't know what he did with it, but
hey, at the end of the day, it's not your problem.
so there's an '84 Camaro out there somewhere that looks running your oil.
Yeah, it's probably sitting in the scrapyard by now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That thing was a 30. Compression.
Hey, it kind of fired.
Compression's just shot on this jewel.
Yeah.
She's still not happy.
Boy, that thing was spitting fire out that exhaust.
It was out the exhaust or out the carburetor?
Both. Before I put that muffler on, it was spitting fire.
Okay, so I need to pull that distributor out and move it over a tooth or two. She's
still not quite where.
Too far advanced, but at least it talked to you.
The more I've gotten it out of it, and then
that's just the problem. This thing's just got no compression.
Yeah.
I honestly think you're going to have to drop a pan full of the head and put rings in it.
Yep, probably.
We're going to leave it right there.